Hey, Jacob.
Oh, hey, Matt.
What are we driving today?
Oh, it's a Nissan Qashqai.
Ah, the Nissan Qashqai. Can you guys stop asking me to review this car? Okay?
It's enough already.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it, all right? I'm doing it. And frankly, I'm glad I'm doing it because this thing has to be one of the better small SUVs that you can buy. But when you pit it up against the top of the class, as I would think, the Corolla Cross Atmos Hybrid that we've also reviewed, you definitely notice that this thing, as well equipped as it comes, has very, very stiff competition. Does that mean all hope is lost, Jacob?
Maybe,
Maybe.
but probably not.
We'll tell you all about it in today's review. So today, we're going to take you for an exterior tour of the Nissan Qashqai. Then we're going to check out the interior. We're then going to drive it, give it a lot of sauce, and we're going to launch it. See just how quick or slow it is, and then I'm going to give you my final thoughts. Should you buy a Nissan Qashqai?
Especially the TI.
Especially the TI. Jacob?
Let's do this.
Let's do this. So in pure press fleet fashion, we have the top of the range here. This is the TI. It'll set you back just under 52,000 Australian dollars drive away. And before you all start complaining that SUVs are getting so expensive, it's called inflation.
Yeah, look it up.
This was probably like 30 grand like 2 years ago.
It's kind of sad to think about.
Not quite that bad, but still. Anyway, let's talk about the design because frankly, Jacob,
I like it.
I like it. First of all, you get a little Qashqai badge embossed into this part of the headlight, I suppose. And then you've got a big headlight here, including a big daytime running light, which also acts as your turning signals, and you've got bright LEDs there as well. You do get the classic Nissan design there. You've got a decent grille. It's not too big, Jacob.
No.
That must be a first these days. Seriously. You've also got the Nissan badge too. That's also your radar. Combined with those cameras up there, this thing has Nissan's Pro Pilot system, which essentially means that it will drive itself down a highway really well. Down the bottom, you've also got some more aero there too. Also, check this out, Jacob. You've got a bit more aero there to streamline air across the side. So yes, this car is very aerodynamic, as you would think for anything new.
Would you think that?
Everything's got like a drag coefficient of 0.1. All right, Jacob, let's check out the side. And coming to the side, Jacob, I really like these 19-inch wheels here. They've also got some fat rubber on them as well, which should help with ride quality, but we'll come back to that. Oh, look at this, Jacob.
Ooh.
Oh, keyless entry and go, of course. You've also got a camera here. This thing does have a 360 camera. Up top here, you've got some roof rails. You've also got some really tinted privacy glass, and you'll notice that it's got a very cool, like, floating roof design there too. It's a very good looking SUV.
I love the side of this car. I think it looks so cool from this angle.
Genuinely stunning. Let us know in the comment section though, guys. What do you think of the looks of the Nissan X-Trail? Oh.
I think you just called it by its wrong name.
Oh, I did. The Qashqai.
Got you there.
All right, let's check out the bum. And then coming to the bum, you'll see these really nice tail lights here. They've got a cool 3D effect to them as well. Nissan badge and Qashqai as well. So you don't forget the model name like I did, Jacob. Look at this roof spoiler up there.
Ah, very SUV.
Yeah, it'll take you around the Nürburgring. Down the bottom, you've also got a big diffuser, but there's no fake exhaust. Thank you. Thank you, Nissan.
Thank you, Nissan.
Thank you very much. Check this out, Jacob. Powered tailgate.
That's why you get the top spec.
Yep, that's part of your top spec price. But honestly, guys, as you'll see on the interior, it's probably not worth getting this top spec. It's probably worth getting the one just below, but we'll come back to that. Check out this bump space, Jacob.
It's pretty bloody good.
It's pretty bloody good. You know what else is really good? It's the smart design. So you've got a little parcel here, and you can lift that up, and then you can put like your bag there. It just stops things from rolling around. And then you've also got a little storage area under there as well. So it's a really smart little cargo area because then it leaves you with a flat loading area. You can also drop the rear seats really easily, and then you just get a stupid amount of room. It's frankly ridiculous.
It's very good for a small SUV.
How dare they give us this much room in the back? It's very impressive. Jacob, let's talk about the interior.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, let's talk about the interior now because it's a really nice place to be, and that's across the range. So let's talk about what you get in pretty much every grade. Soft touch materials absolutely everywhere. It's really interesting because this is like a blue and black interior, and I kind of like it.
Me too. It definitely matches the exterior.
Definitely. This is all nice and soft touch, so when you lean your leg against it, it doesn't like hurt. That did, but I whacked it then, so not its use case. You've got like this digital little pattern here. It all looks really, really nice, but I don't think you need to go for this TI spec because it's $6,500 more. And even though it comes with some nice inclusions, they're definitely not necessary. So for example, these seats, they're diamond quilted. They feel amazing. They're more premium leather than what you'll get in the STL, but do you really need them?
Yes, you know why?
Why?
Because you get massage function.
Okay, but it's probably the worst massage function I've seen in a car. It's just the lumbar support moving up.
Yeah, says the guy who's getting a massage right now.
I'm not getting a massage right now. That's how unbiased I am. Anyway, we're joking here, but it is really nice. Again, I just don't know if it's really necessary. You get a huge panoramic sunroof. It doesn't open though. It is just a big glass roof, but it really adds light to the interior. Up in front of you, you get a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster. It's no more functional than what you'd find in any other grade, but it does just look quite nice, and you can also change the style of it. You also get a heads-up display. That's like the equivalent of 10.25 inches. Not based on what I could see.
It's just like a single number.
Maybe I need to customize it more, but anyway, those kind of things that add a bit of luxury, I just don't think you need to spend the money, even though they're nice to have. So if you do, you're not going to complain, including the Bose sound system, which definitely goes off in this car.
100%.
But yeah, not necessary. I would recommend going for the STL because you just get pretty much everything you see here anyway. You still get the heated seats, you still get the heated steering wheel. By the way, they both warm up quite a lot. You get this massive infotainment display here that's super snappy, super responsive. It's got wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's just a real pearler to use. I like using it a lot. You've also got this dual zone climate control, which I don't know, Jacob, for some reason I really struggled to get the settings right on it.
I don't know why. For some reason, it was always blowing warm air for me.
If it says 18 degrees or above, it's like warm, 17 degrees or below, it's like cold. I can never quite find the perfect temperature, but maybe that's a me problem. You've got a wireless charger here as well. You've also got a 12-volt socket. I do really like this leather steering wheel. Feels so nice to hold on to, man.
It's definitely premium feeling.
Oh, feels so good in the hands. I love it. You've also got a couple of cup holders here. Look at this little shifter.
Ooh. Oh, it's a slidey thing.
Look, it's shift by wire, it works well. You've got your drive mode selector here too. Pops up with a little animation on the display. Storage in here is pretty good. You've got a decent enough glove box. You've also got pretty massive door bins there too. The center armrest is nice and soft. Lift it up one tab, you've got a little storage area. Lift it up two tabs, you get even more storage, Jacob.
Oh, you get a couple of tiers.
And that's where your USB-C port and USB-A port live there as well. So I/O is pretty good. And also as part of the TI, you get black headliner instead of like white or silver. I don't know what it is.
It's nice.
It is nice. We'll give them that. So yeah, overall, it doesn't matter what grade you go for, you're getting a really premium interior. And the other thing that is worth mentioning is that it's quiet in here.
Yeah, the NVH is really low.
Yeah, they've done a really good job at making this car nice and quiet when you're just driving along the road. Better than pretty much all of its competitors. I'm trying to think of something better, but I can't.
I mean, the Corolla Cross was pretty good too, but I feel like this has more soft touch materials in the interior.
God, you have a good memory. That's why I hired you.
We are locking eyes right now.
And they will never know. Let's check out the back seats. Okay, so coming to the back seats now. Now, I'm 5'11". I have a decent amount of legroom, a good amount of tow room, and a pretty good amount of headroom, even considering this giant panoramic sunroof. So as far as like smaller mid-sized SUVs go, it's pretty spacious back here. Got a couple of air vents, a USB-C port and a USB-A port, which parents will love. I will say quality, slight hit in the back, but you do get some nice softer materials here. The other thing is the back seats, the quilted leather. It's just so nice, man.
Look, it makes it almost worthwhile, right?
Yeah, like just for the look of it alone, it really premiumifies the interior. It's just, oh, it's so nice and soft. It's got good support down the base as well. You've also got a center armrest with a couple of cup holders there too. They're very shallow. Overall, man, I'm really impressed with the interior of this thing.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really complain, right?
No.
It's a really good SUV.
Like a bang up job, especially compared to the last one. This is so much nicer. It's like incomparable. Jacob, let's drive it.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, friend. Driving the Nissan Qashqai. Cash cow. So it is the cash cow for Nissan. Let's talk about what's powering the Nissan Qashqai. It's a 1.3 litre, 4-cylinder turbo petrol engine, putting out 110 kilowatt of power, 250 Newton meters of torque.
That's a lot of numbers.
It's a lot better than it was before, Jacob.
The numbers are bigger.
Yeah, because it was 103 kilowatt at 200 newton meters of torque.
I feel like that's severely underpowered.
It's just yucky. It's very yucky.
Ick.
Do you mind if I press this little button
Press
here?
D mode. What does that do?
Put us into sport.
Ooh.
And then do you mind if I give it some sauce?
Let's do it. Okay. Ooh.
Oh. Now, Jacob, you're going to notice here that it's like going up in gears. It's just going up and up and up.
I have a feeling that's not real.
It's not real because this thing has a CVT, a continuously variable transmission, so it can never quite make its mind up. No, it's actually a pretty decent application of a CVT. Certainly better than Nissan CVTs of old, which we won't talk about because they had big failures. But this one is actually, why can't I get out?
You did just talk about it, bro.
Get out. Get out of, there you go. Got it out finally. So look, it's not the world's best transmission, but it's totally fine. I think for this application, it works well. Oh no, don't die. Don't do it.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, we're back on.
You saved it.
You put your foot down and it does respond pretty quickly and it keeps you in the band that it needs to be, you know?
It's definitely not powerful. Like, the power bump is appreciated, but it's still not a powerful, torquey engine by any means.
But I think if we take a look, we go through a few of these screens here, bada bing, bada boom. Average fuel economy, 7.8 litres per 100 kilometres. Is it the best? No, but it's okay for like a mid-sized SUV. In fact, it's pretty good for a mid-sized SUV.
Yeah.
On the highway, it was 6.8 litres per 100 kilometres.
That's pretty decent.
That's pretty decent.
Again, for a mid-size SUV.
For a little engine in a pretty big car, that's pretty good. Oh, it started raining. What a great way to test out how well this thing corners. So we're in the twisties here. I will say the steering is so direct. Like where you point it, it goes. There is definitely a bit of body roll.
Just a bit.
To be expected though, really, for a mid-sized SUV. It's definitely more comfort tuned than it is sports tuned, but who the hell is cornering in there?
No.
Nissan Qashqai.
It's not happening.
You know?
Nissan Qashqai.
Nissan Qashqai. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, bro. This car's scrambled your brain.
I'll tell you what, it's pretty good. The one thing that I find this car struggles with is if we come to a little stop. Auto stop start, will it do it? It will. You put your foot down, and the CVT, you feel how the CVT just kind of like, it's like it's not very lurchy, but it is a little lurchy.
It takes a second to build momentum.
There can be some weirdness in the way that the engine matches with that CVT, but once it gets used to it, it's used to it. You know what I mean? You're rolling, you're fine. You're stopping,
Just try not to stop.
Yeah. But for most applications, like it's totally imperceptible. But sometimes you just notice that little hesitancy.
I will say, I feel like the ride comfort's pretty good.
It's very comfy.
That's what's standing out to me, and also the road noise. I'm not really getting much feedback.
This feels like a mega premium place to be. Obviously, even in the top trim we're in now, but like it feels really nice. But do you mind if
this is the real test?
Mind if we go up Saucy Corner? Tickle my little pickle.
Let's do
Turn
it.
back on.
Oh, God.
Okay.
That was pretty torquey.
That was pretty torquey.
All right, now it's kind of fading out a bit, but that's all right. We're coming
slowing as we're going uphill. All right,
we want to slow. Oh, God. Whoa.
I've driven worse.
Definitely.
I've driven much worse.
Far worse.
All right, second hairpin. This one's always the hairiest.
Dude, that handled admirably, I would say.
That is a great word for that. That describes it very well. That was admirable. It's not gonna, not gonna knock your socks off.
It makes you proud in like a, I've got to be proud of my son kind of way, even though he's not that athletically gifted, you know?
You sound like my dad. Last thing I want to do, and I don't know why I'm doing it right here because it never works, but let's try it. The autonomous driving is actually really good. So we press this cruise control. It's not going to work, is it? It never does. Oh, I've turned on the wipers.
You've turned them off, in fact.
I've turned them off. There you go. So we got a little steering wheel button here. Trust me, guys. Here's a clip of B-roll. When you're driving along the highway, this thing will literally steer itself.
It just hates these country roads.
For some reason, I don't know why we do it here every time. It never works. Literally no car.
I think we're going to make a change, Matt.
Anyway, Jacob, I'm pretty impressed.
Me too.
All right, friend. Now it's time to launch the Nissan Qashqai.
See if that extra power helps.
We're in the heaviest one as well. Think about that. Fist me and fist me good.
I'm kind of scared.
Brake boosting it. Ooh, let's go.
Oh,
Bit of wheel spin. Jinx.
I can hear a high-pitched sound.
Yeah, that is the induction, mate. Yeah, look. Not the best, not the worst. 0 to 110.06 seconds.
Look,
Jacob,
it'll get you there.
Let's get into our final thoughts.
Let's do it.
Okay, so final thoughts on the Nissan Qashqai. Of course, this being the TI, I would say don't go for the TI. Go for the STL, because at that price point, with all the features that you get, which is probably more than you need anyway, you get a very well-equipped, great driving car, a little SUV. If that's what you need, you've got it. But you would be remiss to not check out the Toyota Corolla Cross, because Jacob, that one is still probably my favorite.
We loved that car, man. That was sick.
It was really, really good. So if you want to go watch that, we've linked that down in the description below.